Hey guys, welcome back to Beardy Lumber. Matthew and I appreciate you tuning in. We're out here in the sawmill today, and we're doing something that's kind of common for us, but may not be as common for you. We're sawing inventory, and we've got a stack of logs that's going to yield lots of different things, and we're going to go over grading and sawing and yield of what we think we can get out of it versus what we need. So hang on, we'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're sawing inventory. Our kiln is probably a week out of coming off a big long oak cycle, and we need to have some pine inventory ready to go. We're currently caught up on most of our sawing. I've got a good bit of customer sawing to do, but we're kind of in a low point, so we're sawing some inventory. We got some forest pine logs been out here a little too long. They need to get gone. Side note, your pine, if it's cut from July to October, you need to get it gone before the end of the year. Especially in the south, you'll get pine beetles. Now I've got a bunch that came in post-hurricane. They'll be good over winter, but by May, I'll probably need to get them gone. So you gotta keep your pine cycling through, and that's what we're working on. And it's a random mix of 8-foot, 12-foot stuff, anywhere from a log that'll cut a 4.5 inch board to some that cut a 10.5. Now we've already started. If you look behind me, we got a stack of 8.5s. There's a stack of 6.5s, and outside Matthew has a stack of 4.5 boards. Now these are all destined, most likely, to become forest pine, knotty pine, tongue and groove. But to get to that point, we got to get them sawed up, and that's what we're working on today. And we'll have a log like laying on the mill over here. A little bitty thing. I'll be lucky to get 4.5s out of that, till I see some out there that we'll actually get some 10.5s out of, and I need those as well. They make good siding boards. So we're gonna cover today, you know, how you quickly in your mind look at a log and determine what you're gonna get out of it. In our case, we need those 4 sizes: 10.5, 8.5, 6.5, 4.5. So it makes it real easy. If it won't make a 10 and make 8, won't make 8, make 6, won't make 6, make a 4. If it don't make a 4, it goes out in the burn hole. Just that simple. So I can look at that log real quick and tell you it's not gonna make anything but 4.5 inch boards. And it don't look the best in the world there. You can see it's been laying long enough, the bark's falling off of it, but the quality coming out of it is great. I got no problem with it. I was expecting more of a wormy problem. And we don't mind the wormy as far as tongue and groove boards. Makes pretty tongue and groove boards. It don't make any good for side boards. You don't need all those wormholes. But for interior paneling, if you can get enough of the wormy, it's a beautiful variant to just knotty. You got knotty and wormy. So enough talking, let's get everything set up. We're gonna go through, saw maybe 1 or 2 logs, show you what we're thinking, and that's gonna do it. Appreciate you watching. Let's get to it. Okay, guys, that was not an impressive log, okay? You know, Matthew, we like to saw the big stuff. I despise sawing the little stuff, but it's all got to get sawed. It's all got to go away, and we're not being wasteful. We got what we could out of it. We got 4 good 4.5 inch top grade tongue and groove boards eventually, and that's why we have 3 different stacks, because we know we're going to be hitting 3 different sizes of wood. And technically I'm going to get into 4 when we get into these bigger logs, because I want some of those 10.5s. So it's a little annoying, but it allows us to segregate our boards. I don't like mixing sizes in my own stacks of wood, because we're going to secondary use those as a later date, and it's a whole lot easier if it's a stack of individual sizes. Now, you do what works best for you. We mix sizes for years in our own inventory, and I know personally I don't like to do that if I can avoid it, especially if we're boulder planing it, because if you've got 2 stacks and they're all mixed up with 4, 6, and 8s, you either got to change the machine setups 2 or 3 times, or you have to do what we did the other day. You have to go through it, and I'm sorting as I'm trying to run, and that just takes away valuable productive time. So we're going to get these slabs out of here. We'll get 2 or 3 more logs up. I'm going to talk about them briefly, and then we'll get out of here. Okay, Matthew's moving the slabs out. He's going over here in a hole we're trying to work all the way to the back of this pile, make it go away. I don't know what he's going to bring for his size and length. So when he brings them, I'm going to check, make sure they're 12/6. If they're too short, he'll set them aside and we'll saw them in a different batch. But some of these are 13, 14, you know, they're all over the map, unfortunately. So first thing we'll do is measure the ends, square the ends up, put them on the mill, and then we'll make a plan for sawing up each individual log. As you can see our pile up here, we have got a lot to do. They probably right to the other side of where he's at, there's a mountain of spruce that we're going to be sawing soon for a customer, and that's going to go all the way through the process, sawed, dried, motor plane, and it's going in their cabin, big cabin. I'm guessing there's between 8,000 and 10,000 board feet. It's just spruce. So we're very blessed. We got a lot to do. Just hoping for some better weather, keep the motivation up. I worked outside my whole life, and I lose motivation working outside in the cold quickly. I don't mind the cold, but when the wind blows, yeah, you boys up north, I got a lot of respect for you. I don't like it. I prefer warm weather. I think he's doing a little digging because I asked him to bring 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large, if he could find them. It goes without saying, if you're going to run a sawmill, you're going to need some kind of tractor, skid steer, loader with a set of forks and a thumb, or a grapple. It's an indispensable product around the mill. It makes what we do a lot easier. So, let's see what he got for 3 candidates here. See one that looks a little bit long, so we'll get the chainsaw out and we'll saw them up. Okay, guys, we got them cut to length. Before you say anything about the chainsaw, it needs a new blade on it. It's just one of the things that need to get done. I got it by the roll. It's just going over to the other building and putting it on it. But we got 3 forest pines. Well, this forest pine, Virginia pine, this is probably a Virginia pine too. And we'll yield 3 different things out of these logs. This one, I'll get some 8.5s out of, and some 6s and maybe a 4. This one, I'll only yield 6.5s and probably some 4.5s. This log here,
Probably only gonna be 4s. It takes a wobble.
yeah, Matthew sees a wobble in it. Be lucky to get maybe some 6, but guaranteed 4.5. So this is why we've got 3 stacks sitting out here. We've got, you know, this is what we're shooting for. 8, 6, and 4.5 inch boards. And because this is what we're sawing out of. We're not sawing out of anything big. Now, once it gets through that pile, gets to the other one, I know there's some big stuff in there, and I want as many 10.5s as I can get because they make good board and batten siding. So, but for today, this is what we're shooting for. It's not pretty, it's not glamorous, it's nothing unique, it's nothing big, oversized. It's just work. A lot of what we do, people, is just work. We don't film it all. You don't want to watch what we do every day, sawmilling. Now we got some nice stuff out there that come in. So, there's a forest pine laying out there. I didn't know they grew that big in our area. It is a monster. It's what, 48 inches plus.
Yeah, and then there's a chunk of ash out there about the same size.
Yeah, and we got a big old chunk of ash out there. So we do get the big stuff, but this is the bread and butter, pine. Making pretty boards out of it for people to pass on and use. So I hope this helps. I always say don't cut a piece of wood until you have a plan of what you're sawing, where you're going to stack it, and what you're going to do with it. That way you don't double handle anything. You see Matthew and I, we try not to move as least as possible. You know, sometimes you can't help it, but always have a plan of what you're sawing, and this is our plan for this. And we've got a lot of it. We're gonna probably spend the next couple of days going through this, trying to get some inventory. But as always, we appreciate you watching, guys. I love all the comments. I answer every one of them. There'll probably come a day I can't, but currently I answer every comment. We get a lot of good video ideas from comments and questions people have, things that we don't think about. We're here doing it every day. So if you got anything you hadn't seen or anything you're thinking of, just drop it in the comment section. We may make a video out of it. Anything else we're missing, Matthew? I know y'all try to get Matthew to talk more, but he's got his hands in his pockets. He's cold this morning. He's probably been up half the night with Mordecai too. But that comes with being a new parent. That's gonna do it, guys. Big shout out to Matthew and Solomon doing our videos. Don't forget to give Solomon a shout at Third Beard Fishing. We appreciate everything he does for us. Also, Joe Main. We hadn't talked about Joe Main lately. He has been so busy. I talked to him weeks or so ago. He don't know which ends up hardly working his way into a new job with Wood-Mizer, but his information will be in the description below. We're running a Wood-Mizer Turbo 7 55,000s. I run them on pine, and if you've watched any of our videos, you know why. It's an excellent blade to run through this knotty pine. Keeps a good flat cut. Gives me what I want. I like to saw fast and hard, and that blade allows it in pine. So that's gonna do it today, guys. As always, appreciate you watching. If you would, like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.